Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chess Wise. Today we are going to look at the next endgame studies explained, that is we are at the 17th position of our endgame study. When we look at this position, instantly we see that the black pawns are coming faster to queen as compared to the white pawn. White pawn is still on the 3rd rank and black pawns we can see are on the 5th rank. They are about to queen in 3 moves. Of course, white has to capture one of the pawn over here. So this is the position with white to play and draw. Because at the first look only we can make out white doesn't have any winning chance. In fact, he seems to be losing in this position. So the most obvious move which comes to mind is d into e4. When after c3, e5, c2, e6, c1 equal to queen, we see the pawn reaching the 7th rank, and if we know the theory of queen versus pawn on 7th rank, which I have discussed in detail earlier, so we see that this position black can win easily. Black always wins in case of the center pawns and the knight pawn, which the queen is able to win. The simplest technique is we give check and take the queen nearer to the pawn. Check, king goes away. We attack the pawn, king has to support, again check, king will never come in front of the pawn on its own, the black queen will be able to force it. After kd7, queen d5 check, kc7, queen e6, very important maneuvering with the queen. Now the king has to come to the d8 square to protect the pawn, and then comes qd6 check, after which we see that the king has to come in front of the pawn. If king c8, then queen takes e7 and black wins. So after the only move king e8, black improves the position. This technique keeps on happening till the white king gets mated. So black king reaches the f6, e6 or the d6 square every time by pushing checks. Let's see one more time. After king f7, qd7, we win the pawn, force the king to go to f8, qf5 check, kg7, queen e6 check, king f8, queen f8 check, ke8, ke3, and eventually the king will reach to d6, e6 or f6 square, and the white pawn will be lost and white will get checkmated. So what should white do now? If white pushes the pawn to d4, then also black will have extra pawn, and after queening the pawn, he can sacrifice his queen for the pawn and promote the other pawn to queen. So the only other option is to keep a bishop's pawn. The theory of bishop's pawn takes us to a drawn position in case of queen versus pawn on the 7th rank. Let's see how. After the move dc4, e3, c5, e2, c6, e1 equal to queen, c7, we see that the king is not on the correct side of the pawn. Correct side in the sense the king should be preferably on the shorter side of the pawn, but still there are winning zone for both the cases. The black king needs to be in a particular area. When the king is on the shorter side of the pawn, this black king has to have a shorter zone, that is, this is the zone in which the black king has to be. From a5 to c5, c5 to d6, d6 to e6 and e6 to e8. Anywhere the black king is there in that zone, then only he can win if the king is on the shorter side. And when the king is on the longer side, then the winning zone is a4 to d4, d4 to e5, e5 to g5 and g5 to g8. So the black king has to be in this much area when the king is on the longer side. The point is, when the king is on the longer side, black queen can force the white king once to come on the c8 square. Let's see how. So after queen check, ke7 or even better kc8, white king will try to go to the other side of the pawn. Queen b4, stopping the king from going to the b5, kd7, qb5 check, king d8 or so, qb6, now kd7, qb7, kd8, and we see that black is unable to keep the position like this forever. So queen check from d5, ke7, queen c6, kd8, queen d6 check, king c8. We have managed to force the white king on the c8 square, but the black king is far away from the winning zone. So after the move kc2, kb7, we see that the normal winning technique which worked in case of the middle pawn will not work now. So after qd7, winning the pawn, king b8, queen check, king a7, queen c6, kb8, qb6. Now it looks like the king has to come to the c8 square, but white has the move king a8 when it's not possible to capture the pawn, because if queen takes the pawn, it's a stalemate. And if the queen is unable to take the pawn, then the white pawn is about to queen and the black king is far away. So there is no way that black can make any further progress. All he can do is either play check from a6 or c6, when after kb8, qd6, kb7, qd7, kb8, queen check, we can just keep on repeating this position again and again, and black is unable to make any progress. So this position was very much related to the theory of queen versus pawn on the 7th rank. I hope you are finding these lessons useful and instructive. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for your time.